Good evening and welcome to This Week in Paranormal, your show that goes into the mysterious, the unexplained, and the otherworldly. I'm Sean Wagner, your guide through the latest and strangest in all things paranormal, from ghostly encounters to UFO sightings, ancient mysteries to modern-day miracles. We'll explore stories that challenge our understanding of the natural world and captivate our imagination. We will have some recent paranormal UFO pictures and views from the internet, as well as a special on Area 51.
Oh boy.
All links. What'd you say?
I said, oh boy.
Absolutely. All links will be in the description below, so sit back and we're going to get underway. How you doing, Chad?
I can't complain. Same crap every day.
Well, that's a good thing.
I'm eager to start the show, though.
You're what?
I was eager to start the show.
All right, cool. And that's all I can hope for, certainly. Everyone who's tuned in, thank you for joining in. And hello, Dale, for joining in as well already. Now it's for those of you that have watched the show for a while, everyone knows what time it is. Grab your drink. Actually, I made a mistake. I did not open my drink yet. I always open it beforehand.
I got mine.
I got mine too. Everyone else as well. To a we're Thursday, close to the weekend, and to a great show. And to everyone else out there, and Chad, cheers, and watching the future as well. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Okay. Now let's get underway a while. The first one is going to be a garage from a resident. It's either a storage tote or a piece of luggage, and it's going to fall off camera here. 1 second here. All right. Hey, welcome to the show, Rab. I just caught you tuning in there. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to welcome my other account in here. And we're going to start it off here. All right. On this video, what you're going to see is something from the side over here, just outside the camera range, is going to fall over. Pretty much fall over. This is a video that came to me through sources, and right now I don't want to say too much more other than it's a residence and in a garage, which is that part's obvious. Here we go. I think that's all there is to it, even though I let it play the whole way through. Yep. Okay. I didn't think there was anything else to it.
No.
Play it again. All right. And through my sources, I do know that trickery is not going to be the case here.
Yeah.
That we can safely say. And we'll do it one more time. Anyone have any ideas? We'll play it one more time here. Besides and the time actually was only like 20 minutes as well, between when the lights went off and we went to dark mode.
Okay.
The time was actually very short. It might have been as low as 15, but it was somewhere in that 15-20 minute range. It was a little bit different. Happening so fast is very rare. Hey, doing the Toast Rabbit, thank you. All right. Let's go on to, anyone have any thoughts before? I'm going to go on to number 2 a while, but if you have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'd like to get some personal thoughts on that video.
Well, here we go. Rabbit has a thought. Looks like set down and shoved. Too easy to fake, but I don't know. Well, in this case, I do know enough to know that that's not going to be the case. It will not have been
Right.
shoved. There is some stuff. I will say that I am not disclosing right now. I will display. I will admit that. We're looking for opinions on this one,
Yes.
and I don't want to say too much to bias people one way or another. That's why I'm being a little hush on that.
Right.
All right, we're gonna go on to number 2 a while. But if you do happen to have another idea, anyone, please feel free to give it.
Chicago 1,000 times. I want to believe another UFO has been spotted, this time in New York. You blink and you miss this one. TMZ captured the video. It lasts a minute.
All right, we're gonna go back to the beginning. This is not meant to start in the middle. It just happened to be how it went. In this video, we have a Blue Angels presentation, and you're gonna have a UFO come along behind them.
Chicago 1,000 times. I want to believe another UFO has been spotted, this time in New York. You blink and you miss this one. TMZ captured the video. It lasts a nanosecond. An unidentified object whizzing across a clear blue sky. You slow this thing down, looks pretty legit. A Blue Angels demonstration was going on in Long Island. The object in question moves so fast, a lot faster than the plane, by the way. This is the second alleged UFO sighting in New York in recent months.
All right. We're going to hold off on that for a moment, and we're going to go back to that. Tracy has a comment on the other one. Is the garage known to be haunted? We have gotten evidence there in the past.
Yes.
So at least the property and the house is, yes. EVPs were gotten inside the house, obviously right adjoining the garage.
And I'm pretty sure there was no strings attached to anything or any object.
It's our video. Let's just admit it. I don't know. We're just going for opinions. Any other ideas? But it is our video from Central Pennsylvania investigators.
Yeah. My father and I had went and set up cameras in the garage that day, and later on we got a video of that falling down, and I just want people's opinions on it.
I think it's pretty good knowing what I know, combined with it's hard to debunk knowing what I know did not occur.
I don't want to say
opinions
that it's not paranormal, but it's hard to debunk that, even because nobody was around to even touch it.
Correct. Yes, that's absolutely correct.
And
it's like one other time I got something in which a TV remote control flew through the air, and also at the very edge where we were lucky to catch it. Barely caught any of it, and we couldn't catch point A to point B. And this time also we don't get point A. I would be nice to get it, but
right.
Brandy says, has that shine and shape like one, too small or too small to be on an aircraft? That's the video right now, and to be too big to be a bird. Plus, birds don't shine. We'll get back to that in a moment. Tracy wants to know, are you from Pennsylvania? We are indeed from Central Pennsylvania. Yes.
Yep.
I'm outside Harrisburg. He's a little bit north of Williamsport, right?
Yep, about Tioga, Canton area.
Beautiful area. He's in a much nicer area than me.
It's two country.
It's what, two country?
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Back to the original video, or the Blue Angels.
I want to believe another UFO has been spotted, this time in New York. You blink and you miss this one. TMZ captured the video. It lasts a nanosecond. An unidentified object whizzing across a clear blue sky. You slow this thing down, looks pretty legit. A Blue Angels demonstration was going on in Long Island. The object in question moves so fast, a lot faster than the plane, by the way. This is the second alleged UFO sighting in New York in recent months.
Wow, that's interesting. 2 sightings in recent months as well. That's very interesting. Thank you, Tracy, for tuning in. She wants to let us know she's from Pittsburgh. Awesome.
Not too
Chad's a
far.
Steelers fan, right? Aren't you a Steelers fan?
Yes, sir.
Not me. All right. Let's go on. Let's go on to the next one.
I can't say much about them right now because they sucked last year.
Well, my team's going to suck this year, so.
Oh, mine probably will too.
I think we're going to suck anyway. We'll see here. All right. This is an interesting one because I do not know. I do not have myself complete ideas on this one. It correlates close to some of the videos we've done in the past, but it's a little bit different though. Here we go. We'll check this out here. As you see, this orb goes constantly back and forth. In a way, it's kind of strange looking from a bug, or it could be something flying.
You share a video because I can't see anything but you and me.
Oh, you can't see me? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I done well for a while in episodes, but this time I forgot. Here we go. Now it'll be I will share it with the world versus just me keeping it to myself. Oh my. As you can see, it goes around there. It looks like he's legitimately following it and not just videoing his garage.
Oh, you see that?
I think it's too specific.
One the same size.
It could be some kind of CGI.
It has to be because that's just moving in a weird way.
It's too slow and lasting way too long to be paranormal.
Right. Because normally when you see an orb, it
there's a
dissipates.
bug right there.
You had lag there.
The little ones, I can see their wings. Yeah, that's an moth. I mean, that ain't. If you look at them, they're flying like a moth. This brown thing is not a moth. I don't know what the fuck.
A moth wouldn't fly like that.
I don't think so either. Plus, the wings would be noticeable.
Right.
I don't see how you don't notice the wings if it was a moth. All right, we got some comments on that one. First of all, Rabbit, the UFO speed is crazy, unless it's out of proportion. Way closer and could be a fly or a beetle or whatever flying closer to camera to make it look fast. I can't see enough to say. That's a good point. We don't have a perspective on how close it is to the camera.
Right. Back
on Pittsburgh Steelers, Tracy says I have a lot more respect for Coach Tomlin. He is a good coach. I got to say, regardless. She also said that I've seen UFO footage before, but can't remember where. And Rabbit says video of a video. And it could be. I assume he means this one right here.
Yeah. That's not paranormal. That to me, it's not.
Correct. It's definitely not paranormal. I'm not. It's bordering on the hoax because some of the stuff they said as we're going, I would definitely put it closer to a hoax situation. Because if it's a purposeful, if it's an accidental fake, you wouldn't be talking that stuff.
You wouldn't be sitting in your garage and trying to follow an orb the whole time.
Correct. I agree there. And why is the camera following this orb? That's a good question. I really don't know. Terry says, is there a face in the orb? I meant it's supposed to be in the orb. Not sure. I'm not sure it's a legitimate orb even in this case. It's my best guess. That's Fresh. Hey, Fresh. Hey, Sean. Awesome. Glad to have you, Fresh, from the UK. Scott Walker. Hey, I just glad to see you here. I was hoping we'd catch you today. Hey, guys. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Not a problem at all. I just had to do a couple things around the house, and then I'm here. Awesome. We're glad to have you, Scott. Thank you for joining us. And your Brandy's back. I feel like the cameras are recording and he's filming it with his phone from watching it on his monitor. I guess that's possible.
If he's got a pan tilt camera, yeah. But even with that, you gotta have good Wi-Fi to be able to follow an orb like that. If it's an orb, in my opinion, it's not. But
Yeah, I think it's some kind of CGI is my best guess.
yeah.
Yo, boys, hey. And Scott, with the Patterson-Gimlin film, do you believe that could still be Bigfoots in the area? Do you think they still live there, or do you think that just don't live there anymore? Bigfoot it's tough. I think it's unproven completely that they exist. I'm torn because there's not a lot of true concrete stuff out there. So I have my doubts completely on Bigfoot. I do have a strange recording I got from the woods, but it could be coyotes only and other stuff that are already there. So that's a good question. I just don't know the answer.
Yeah, it's rough to determine whether Bigfoot's real or not.
For the time being, anyway, we still won't have an answer on that one. That's for sure. All right. Let's bring up number 4. We have this one will feature an alien coming to us from a Ring camera at 3:30 in the morning. This is another interesting one that you and I were talking about. Of course, all true, real, legit cameras or videos begin with all videos are for entertainment purposes only, real or fake. That's a sure sign that it's totally legit. Guaranteed to be legit. Here we go.
I can't even look at the video.
On a Ring doorbell camera home security system in El Paso, Texas.
It's got to be a costume.
By a woman sitting on her couch at 3:30 in the morning, noticed something on her phone from a notification.
That's mechanical alien. It has to be.
It has to be what?
Mechanical alien.
Yes, because otherwise, shouldn't she be freaking out?
Right. You think?
I think I would be freaking out if I don't have a Ring doorbell, but if I did and I saw something like that through my phone, I'd be like, "Holy shit!"
Not only that, it's standing there in front of the door, and it's like not even doing anything. Just dumbfounded.
Yeah, it's you're guaranteed not to miss it.
Right.
That's another sure sign of a great piece of video evidence when it's right in the middle, so you can't miss it.
Yeah.
The only thing it's missing is a circle. I mean, it's obviously you can tell it's right in the middle, but a circle would be the only thing missing of a great video.
Right.
That's the only thing truly missing on this one. All right, I think we're gonna move on because we have a good idea of legit or fake on that one, I think.
Yeah. If you think that's real, I don't even know.
Definitely, there's just no way. All right. Ooh, we had a great people were coming in. Great, thank you. Right, timestamp stuff and self-moving is for sure one recording a video of a video. The orb thing, that's why it's followed. Okay, that's a good chance to be the case.
Yeah.
I need you guys to help me and my dad, my stepmom, my fiance are planning to come to America soon. What are the do's and don'ts I should do in America for my first trip there?
Don't come to them.
We would need more information on where you want to go, what you're looking for, what you're into. Be a start anyway. Tracy says it's fake. That video is definitely fake.
Oh yeah. Legit.
That's what I said. and Fresh says I would lean towards it and saying that anything interdimensional is always migratory. It's here all of the time. You just cannot see unless the vibration frequency is matched. I can believe that. It's
Yeah.
always possible. It's some kind of other dimensional thing. With this picture of this alien creature also a cross between a mutated dog and a reptile. That that's quite possible. It looks like one of them bald cats.
Black
That's a
cat.
real S. Biden. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's probably what Biden is underneath his mask. Oops, we went semi-political on the show on this channel. That was I cannot condone what I just said. Okay, and Trace agrees with Brandy. That's my thought. Then Rabbit says, I don't know, but looking at cans, he is drunk alien. LOL.
Yeah.
And the way he moves is like,
Right.
all right, Fresh, does she sell good cookies?
I hope so.
Tracy agrees with Fresh. And Scott, just keep out of the cities, bro. Please. Yeah, the cities right now, especially New York, and well, actually, the problem in this country is, to make a long story short, the DAs, district attorneys, do not prosecute criminals. So you do have more criminals on the loose. And they didn't just escape either. So but we'll stop right there. I'm choosing between California, New York, or Washington State. My fiance wants to see Disneyland. I'm going to go kayaking with the killer whales. My fiance Trish wants to go to Disneyland. The place I want to go to is, like I said, New York City, Washington State, Hawaii, and California. I want to see filming locations from movies.
I've been to California. It's not bad. It just depends on where you go.
It's like that in anywhere, really. It really is.
Yeah, true.
Fresh agrees. Hold it down. Type boy. Yes, we definitely need to do that. All right. We have another video. This one is a light that goes along. I'm going to stop it here. That goes along a guardrail. It looks like, well, you can judge for yourself. It's just like bouncing along the guardrail. Let me see where we're not connected yet. Oh, go. All right, now we're good. Here we go. That's the brightest freaking orb I've ever seen.
How about it? Holy shit.
Looks like a headlight from a car just got loose and just started going everywhere.
Right? That's CGI.
I gotta guess it's something that would have maybe some potential if it wasn't so bright. And even then, it lasted long. That's probably someone's film student's clip.
Yeah.
I'll play it one more time, but that's what I think there's a good chance that is.
That shit, yeah, that's way too bright to be an orb.
Way too bright, lasts too long. It would be way too much energy. They could never do that.
Right.
There's only about 3 or 4 reasons why that can't be. And then the other ones come into play as well. All right. Now we're going to get to the broadcast. Okay, Scott wants to know, I got something funny to ask you guys. What do you think of the idea of a killer Ronald McDonald movie where someone used to work for McDonald's but got fired and gets revenge? That's cute. All right, now we're going to get on to our broadcast. We have 2 broadcasts tonight. All right. All right.
What makes you think that?
Well, because like a lot of when I would see other stuff, it would mostly be like I would see like wispy people, but kind of like going about their business or like standing on the side of the road, not really noticing me, kind of just there. But this lady, she would always like creep at like right at the edge of your vision, and she'd always be in these weird contorted angles, and she liked to mess with me in the shower really bad.
This is about it. Sort of a ghost follow her family home for a long time. Sorry about that.
When I would be in the shower, she would push on the shower curtain, and you would see a pale hand pushing on the shower curtain. And like, I have long hair. I've always had long hair, so I would, when I got out of the shower, I would bend over. I'll flip to put wrap my towel around my head, and I would see pale legs standing behind me. Yeah.
And you always knew that it would be this one entity. You would just tell.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you got this feeling whenever she was around, this like pit in your stomach, this like dread. So.
Did your mom say that she had that feeling at all? I mean, even though she said it was her mother, was there ever anxiety attached to this entity with her mother, or was it a different thing?
No, it was never any issue. When she saw it, when she was little, she ran up to her foster mom and said, "Hey, your friend's outside. She wants to come inside." So she never had any bad feelings.
I wonder why it changed for you.
I don't know. But I do know that when I got a little older, I always tried to just block it out. That was kind of my coping mechanism. Just pretend like it's not there. Try not to stir it up. But I met the lady. She was into ghost hunting and tarot cards and all that. And she suggested that I do a sage cleansing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I was scared to do it. But later on that day, I saw in the mirror, there was this man. He looked Native American, but not in like tribal era kind of deal. It was more like he had a white button-up shirt and wire framed glasses. But he had the biggest smile on his face, the most loving and just happy smile.
All right.
Now, was she describing the ghost wearing that?
It would have been the ghost. Yes. Yeah.
To me, right there seems fake, because most paranormal, you can't. It's hard to interpret what they're wearing.
Well, I hope she's okay mentally. That's my biggest fear to right off the bat. Some of the stuff, the experiences she's talking about, go beyond what's normal by quite a bit.
Right.
So I hope she's okay mentally. I have my doubts, in all honesty. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope she gets help that she needs in that case.
Yeah. Prayers go out.
Yep. Our prayers go out to her. And Brandy says, yes, Sean, someone walk with a flashlight and some editing to make the guy not there. That's a good possibility too.
Yeah.
That's fresh. Or I'm sorry, Scott Walker says, that's fresh. Do you mean keep out of the cities? And Fresh goes, Disneyland is the heart of the devil, evil land. Absolutely right. Thank you. Are the San Juan Islands safe place to travel or not? I get a lot of respect for the killer whales there, and then I have Americans as well, because I want to let everything about killer whales from them.
I've never been to San Juan, so I don't know.
Never been to Puerto Rico, but it's I'm sure it's beautiful. Rabbit says, way of subject for a horror movie. Ronald the Bird King and Wendy wins. LOL. That's awesome. Fresh, I don't want to go into too much, but the cities are used for a lot of anonymous operations. All paid for and delivered by scum. You are unsafe in the cities. Absolutely. I won't go beyond. He's absolutely right. Yep. Therefore, a constant target. Are mirrors a medium? Some people will say yes. I'm skeptical on that, but some people will say yes. Does anyone else dislike mirrors but cannot understand why? Rabbit says, I do, but know why. I'm looking at myself. LOL. That also applies to me. Scott, what filming location you've been to? Unfortunately, I can't say I've been to any filming locations for anything, unfortunately. There's a YouTube people that do that. Adam the Woo has visited a number in particular.
A long time ago.
We'll bring up another one. This one we're talking about Mysterious Universe and the UFO occurrence that they had. Has reverse engineering Mercury powered UFOs of the secret space program. All right, I don't think I tagged that very well. It's slightly bit different, I think. Whoops, my fault there on that. It is slightly different topic. We'll bring him up here. Here we go. Welcome to the stage.
Studio was inside my home. Obviously, we didn't have, VPNs and all that kind of stuff. We were just freely researching these aircraft, these experimental military aircraft. We spent all day getting ready for our interview with Michael. And then that particular evening, I had a really strange UFO experience of where a friend of mine was standing at the back of my house. He saw a strange light in the distance. He called me outside. I came out and we were looking at it for ages, and the damn thing flew over the house. And it was triangular shaped, making a really weird noise.
Yeah, after an entire day.
An entire day.
Of Googling classified aircraft programs.
And then all of a sudden that happened. But there's the strangeness of it as well, of my friend being there to go and look outside, and then you just left the house, and I'm calling you. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm halfway home and I get this frantic phone call. Get your ass back here. I can't believe what's in the sky. You're never going to believe it. So, of course, I drive back. It's totally gone. Nothing there. Everything.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the sound that this thing made, but I kid you not, it was triangular shaped. I'm sure of it, and I'm sure of the fact that it was blacker than black. It was
Low frequency?
It was low frequency. The sound rumbled in my chest, and this noise it made, it was like kind of noise.
And it was moving slow enough for you to watch it.
I watched
5 minutes.
It honestly was like, I don't think that I'm anything special. I'm not saying that, but the fact that I had spent, you and I both had spent all day looking up every classified possible aircraft you can imagine. This thing was making itself known as it flew over.
Did you hear a voice in your head say, "You're the chosen
No,
one"?
nothing like that. No, it's telling me to meet Bigfoot at 3 a.m. in an abandoned park somewhere.
Go out into the woods tomorrow at 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing like that happened. But it certainly made me go, hang on a second. There could be more going on here, obviously.
Well, it made me wonder, because we were searching, obviously we were searching all those classified aircraft programs and looking up, the code names. They were all given to us by this man, Michael Shah, on the screen. So I wonder if it wasn't us that was being monitored. It's Michael Shratt that's being monitored, because he is actually digging up some real tangible, real information on these classified projects.
Absolutely. He is a really good researcher. He is not just, and some of this stuff, yes, he is just quoting stories that have come from other people claiming to have certain sources. But for the most part, the stuff that I see him do is that he pulls up his own research, and he does it exceptionally well. He does uncover stuff. And what it all comes back down to is it's even more unsettling than I thought. Because the big thing I've always thought about with UFOs, right, is that if they're not extraterrestrial, and maybe originally they have been, but like the big thing that comes up commonly with this is that they're reverse engineered craft. This is where we go with Roswell so often. I think Aztec, New Mexico is the other site where there's allegations that these craft were reverse engineered, and then the craft that we see and the ones that crash are usually test subjects of whatever we're reverse engineering, because we don't entirely understand it. Well, in regards to the information I'm going to give you today, we do understand it. We've understood it for a very, very long time. In fact, since 1936, for the crash that originated in Germany.
All right. Interesting story he told of his experience. Could part of it, did he really see it, or could part of it have been somewhat mental because he just did it all day long?
I feel like it's mental because he kept looking down to the corner of his eye a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like
anything's possible.
Because normally when you're trying to tell a story, you keep eye contact, and he kept looking down to the right or left.
Fresh goes, Blue Moon Project, anyone? And I honestly do not know anything about the Blue Moon Project. I will have to look that up. He don't seem like he's faking it. And Rabbit's also not sure what the Blue Moon Project is. And Tracy wants to visit Kecksburg. I think it's close to Tracy because I believe it is in Western PA somewhere. All right, I will have to look up Blue Moon Project and have that be a future informative on the show here.
Right.
All right, let's go on to our special clip on Area 51 without further delay.
Area 51 is synonymous.
Make sure it's the right clip here. Should be.
And potentially testing alien
I
technology.
can't see it.
Located at Green Lake in the middle of the
No, it's
Southern Nevada.
Versus audio.
Okay, hold on here. Yeah, I have that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. That was my mistake. Here we go. This is the one. Sorry, guys. I have one of my recorded segment, and then I add pictures and videos to it, and I looked at the wrong one at first, so that's my fault. I did not get rid of the old one yet. All right, let's bring me up. Hey, there's two of me now. We're all in big trouble. We're in big trouble now. Here we go.
Area 51 is synonymous with UFOs, government parts, and potentially testing alien technology. Located at Groom Lake in the middle of the barren desert of southern Nevada.
Can you turn the volume up on that?
Installation is for speculated connection with unidentified flying objects or UFOs. Conspiracy theories surrounding the base suggest that it's used
it's a little better.
Alien technology recovered from supposed crash sites like the famous one in Roswell, New Mexico. This has been fueled by the fact that the base was a secret for many years and is still inaccessible to the general public. As a result, this innocuous-looking military installation has become an intrinsic part of the modern mythology and urban legends of the 20th century, with a large influence on media and pop culture. Area 51 is located 120 miles or 200 kilometers northwest of Las Vegas, near the small towns of Rachel and Hico. The title Area 51 seems to come from the designation the base had on Atomic Energy Commission maps, with this name sticking in the mind of the public, but mostly unused by the military. Established in 1955 as part of the Nevada Test and Training Range complex, the area was also given the name Paradise Ranch in an attempt by aerospace company Lockheed, now Lockheed Martin, to draw employees to the base. Today, the base and the wider Nevada Test and Training Range complex are part of the Nevada National Security Site, with the CIA referring to it as the Groom Lake and Homey Airport. The satellite imagery of the site has been restricted. Since 2018, the base has been visible on Google Maps. The U.S. military finally acknowledged the existence of Area 51 in 2013 after a formerly classified CIA document detailing the history of the U-2 spy plane was obtained by the National Security Archive at George Washington University. The military classifies Area 51 as a military operating area. On the ground, you'll encounter stern signs and armed guards patrolling defense perimeters guarded by buried motion sensors, cameras, guards, and so on. Plus, signs warning a deadly force is authorized. The borders are not fenced but are marked with orange poles and warning signs. Such signs tell visitors that photos aren't allowed and that trespassing on the property will result in a fine, with deadly force being authorized. Originally used as a testing site for the U-2 spy plane, the base would go on to be used for the testing of other well-known aircraft, such as the Archangel 12, the SR-71 Blackbird, and the F-117 Nighthawk stealth fighter. The testing of new and secretive military aircraft is likely responsible for much of the connection between Area 51 and UFOs, especially when considering that the term UFO doesn't directly refer to alien spacecraft, despite how it is often perceived in pop culture. Aside from the sightings of strange craft, Area 51 mythology was enforced in 1989 when a man named Robert Lazar claimed that he worked on extraterrestrial technology inside the base. Lazar told Las Vegas television reporter George Knapp that he had viewed autopsy photographs of aliens inside Area 51 and that the U.S. government used the facility to examine recovered alien spacecraft. Lazar himself was discredited, but his claims resulted in numerous government conspiracy theories, most of which involve extraterrestrial life. Lazar had set the ball rolling, however. No matter how fallacious the rumors of alien tech and Area 51 were, the connection was cemented into the public consciousness and pop culture. Aside from the host of documentaries made by Lazar and the Area 51 UFO connection, the base has become a popular location in more overtly fictional movies and TV shows.
All right.
UFOs aren't my expertise.
Can you repeat that?
UFOs aren't my expertise.
They're not made for TV?
No, it's not for me. Like it's hard to determine what's real and what's not real when it comes to UFOs.
I think the vast majority of it is some kind of advanced U.S. design.
Right.
By the vast majority. There could be one or two things every once in a while that's not. But for the most part, I think that's what it is. All right.
Now, they're hiding something and they're not saying what it is, which I think is not right.
Absolutely. And now for our conference spotlight. It is on, I forget which one it is.
Is it?
Uh-oh. Here, we'll just play it. Sorry, guys.
Rochester Parafest and Melanie
Rochester, New York.
That benefits the Veteran Outreach Center, June 22nd and 23rd, 2024. VIP is June 21st, evening with our celebrities and music by Baby. Our goal, supporting those that have given unselfishly to ensure our freedom by giving back. 2024 is going to be bigger and better. What to expect? Paranormal ghost hunting teams, Bigfoot researchers, and ufology, vendors, LuLaRoe, jewelry, crafts, authors, and more. Paranormal TV personalities, from Paranormal Survivor, Haunted Case Files, and more. Other TV personalities from Naked and Afraid. Authors of all kinds, paranormal, Bigfoot, cryptids, and more than that. Specialty personalities like Buddy the Bigfoot, and Rochester Ghostbusters, and Captain America. VIP again is evening of June 21st, $10 entry. Guests include James Anito, David Seiler, Daniel Clays, Cindy Thompson, and Mike King. There's a memorial slideshow for Melanie Rauscher. Melanie was a Navy veteran and Naked and Afraid contestant. Over several years, she became a staple in our family at the Rochester Parafest. She passed in 2022. She had PTSD and had problems struggling with it. However, she had plenty of family around the world. Here in New York, she was loved greatly. We miss her badly. Because of her dedication to the Rochester Parafest and the Veterans Outreach, we have decided to dedicate every fundraiser to the VOC in Melanie's name and added her name to the event. More information can be found at rochesterparafest.com.
All right. That's cool.
Thanks for her support.
Yes, and thank you. She had PTSD. Thank you for her time in the military. Thank you, Melanie Rauscher.
Well, if we have any viewers that served, thank you for your service.
Yes. And going back, Rabbit. Yeah, that eye contact thing is true. I didn't notice, but he spoke fast enough to make me think he's not making it up. The Blue Moon Project is the release of anonymous species Chimera. Chimera is a created animal. Human being means sea monster in etymology. We are not this, but Chimera. That's fresh. And Scott Walker, what are the chances that could be Bigfoot's in area 50, 57, probably means 51. And thank you, Fresh. Zero, nowhere to hide. And that's true. That's just a desert range. There's nothing. Literally nothing. Sorry, I mean, what are the chances of a big Area 51? Exactly, that's what I thought. And Rabbit says, I would guess chances are better than 1%, so probably at least one. Years ago, I read something Area 51, they had mermaids in there too. You never know, I guess. Anything can be possible.
Right?
Rabbit, I don't know, but guarantee no unicorns. I never hear of unicorn sightings, LOL. Until we get one, until we get one.
Yeah.
Sean, take a look at John Quincy St. Clair. Take note of his most interesting patent in the USA. I want to check that out.
Yeah.
Bernie says they don't want people to think there's anything extraterrestrial there, but I'm sure no other military base or anything like that, they'd point their guns at you as soon as you step out of the car. Well, that is a good point. And Fresh says if anyone is interested.
Well, it's guaranteed that they're definitely protecting something that's they don't want
I
us
think
to know.
it's probably, I hate to say it, I would love to say there's all kinds of alien stuff going on there. It's probably just advanced, our advanced technology.
Yeah.
But I do say there is a remote chance they have at least tried to reverse engineer something. I
Right.
will not say that's definitely not the case. Because Roswell has its interesting points where people that should know what a weather balloon is all of a sudden said it was something else. There's some strange thing that went on there. No matter what, they were hiding something.
Yeah.
Fresh says, "What is extraterrestrial?" Means more from the Earth. And also, if we believe mermaids are in deserts, we need to sit and have a good chat. Yeah, they would struggle. They would struggle mightily in the desert. Worse than what we would. I know that TV program Mermaids to Body found was a fake, but I still think there is some truth. But the mermaids they found on the beach, I think they took it. I think they're trying to cover it up. Well, that's certainly possible too. Something like that would be covered up. Any kind of off the wall thing, cryptid or whatever, would be covered up. I think there's a good chance.
There's more talk about UFOs than there are mermaids, so take their minds off the mermaids and put it on UFOs to kind of cover up the mermaids.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and that's a very good point. Well, we have come to the point where I am out of material. So, and I'm trying to make it so we can go every other week, or I'm sorry. So we can go more often, virtually every week, or at least close to every week, 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 weeks before we take a break. So I'm trying to parlay stuff a little bit differently, maybe than I was in the past. So I'm hoping that we should be on. Well, I'm not completely certain, but we may be on next week. In fact, I got to talk with Michael Purcell. I know what he's planning on doing, and see if he minds if we take over his time slot, which I think would be a good idea. So we're looking to come back on next week. Chad, is that okay with you as well?
I'm free to go.
Awesome.
I want to get the viewers' opinions on how long they think we should go, whether it be 30 minutes, an hour, whatever.
Yeah, we have a decent number of people in chat. What do you guys think? And my coworkers who don't comment, who might be watching, let me know at work tomorrow.
I'd go longer if people wanted to, because
the algorithm is beneficial for close to 30 minutes, and we're still at almost 50. So I semi succeeded in cutting it down. Not our max. Fresh is right, and Fresh is absolutely right. I think we're in a good time spot.
All the videos and comments has got me wanting to go longer.
Well, other people don't watch. That's the problem. What happens is down the road, the live people, they're great. They're awesome.
Right.
And then people down the road won't watch it because it's too long.
Yeah.
We're lucky the live people are great people. They're our big fans. And thank you to you guys. You guys make our show great. And thanks to you guys that we come here. And I appreciate you guys. And you guys have been great the last few weeks. I haven't always said it, but thank you. Chad has been great. And you guys have all been great. I love the comments. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we need it because plus the show feeds off it the way the premise of the show is as well. And Fresh can't handle more than an hour of insanity. That's a good point. All right. Well, we should be back next week. I'm not completely sure we're going to be back next week, but I think we will once I talk it over with Michael Purcell. And I think that's about it. Thank you for watching this episode of This Week in Paranormal. We look forward to having another episode ready probably next week. If you don't mind, please like or give us a thumbs up and subscribe to everything we do here at the CARC. So long, and see you next week. Again, we'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Have
and
a
we're
good
heading
night.
on out. Adios.
This has been a CARC Universal production.